Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Tai Chi For You. As we start off the beginning of each month, we'd like to recognize everyone that's having a birthday, everyone that's celebrating an anniversary, or whatever you're celebrating. April's a great month. It's a great month for birthdays. Mine's in there. Um, I have nieces, nephews' birthdays, friends in Florida, friends all over. Too many to name, but everybody, happy birthday to all the people that were born this month. The other exciting news I just found out, we just got our 600th like on the Tai Chi For You Facebook business page. So, scrolling down, looking at that, there's people. I want to say hi again. We're in England. We're in Sweden. Just got people in Israel that are doing Tai Chi that are watching us. So we are growing outside of the valley. Speaking of the valley, the Northbridge Senior Center is where we are on Mondays. That's 11 a.m. I know it's good for some people. I know it's not good for some people. If that time doesn't work for you or that day, get back to me. Maybe we could get another class going, maybe an evening, maybe at a church or somewhere that you know that you could get a group together. It doesn't have to be a large group. We can do just a small group and really start to grow this thing. Again, the benefits of doing Tai Chi and Qigong. One of the students that just came in this week came because her doctor recommended she find a Tai Chi class. So there's a lot of great things happening. And the idea is it's not a quick take this pill and you'll feel better. It's Tai Chi, it's an internal martial art is one of the definitions of it. So you have to take the time, and we talked about this last week a little bit, just to slow things down in your mind, in your body, and go through the motions and understand what's happening internally as well as more externally with the muscles and the tendons and the joints, everything that we're moving. Moving is medication. All these great sayings that come out of this practice that we call Tai Chi. We mix in the Qigong with it, with my classes. That's just another form of a ancient art that's used for exercising. Again, exercising mind, body. That's so much in that culture. And that's where we have to learn as Westerners, I guess, to slow down and maybe find a deeper meaning to something. So, not getting too deep because we're always talking to new people. We're getting new people all the time in the classes. Again, new people showing up and hitting the like button on the Facebook page that I have. But all these exciting things are happening. The weather's getting better. We'll be trying to get some classes outside again. We had success. We were at Pout Pond. We were at West Hill Dam. There was another park that we met at. And it's just, again, it's a different experience. We have nice background here, but if we could get out and just imagine, again, use that mind. Imagine we're in this beautiful garden and we want to slow down and really connect, feel that connection to the earth chi, the heaven chi, all the energy that is surrounding us. We want to build our chi. We talk about that. We talk about that lower dantian, and this is for the new people. We focus on 5 major power centers in the body. And again, we're going into that eastern philosophy of medicine. And the power center, the first one that we talk about is that lower power center, and that's below the navel. And we might say our gut feeling, where we put our hands here, and a lot of times it's used to connect to self is the definition of it. So we want to go internally and start connecting to that power source that we have. This is where we store our chi energy. This is our battery, if you want to think of it that way. Whenever we need more chi, it comes from here first. So this is connecting to self. The second one we talk about is that heart power center. Again, we want to use this. This is connecting to others. When we want to connect to somebody, we always, again, just naturally, we put our hands over our heart when we're thinking of someone, trying to connect to them. How nice they were to send me a card, something like that. That third power center we speak is the third eye, called in yoga, different names for it, but that power center is used, and that's an internal power center. We use it to connect to, and I like the term higher source. That's the simplest way to make it your own, whatever your higher source is. It could be nature, angels, anything that's more than just us out there. And again, when we put our hands up here, it's like, where are my keys? It's like, why am I putting my hands here? I'm trying to connect to that higher source that might help me find my keys. So the other two ones, real quick, we talk about the palm, and we use this one quite a bit. Imagine one of the analogies is the energy's coming out here and connecting down into the earth. So your hands have rooted. The imaginary that you're maybe holding onto a cane. You're connecting to the earth. You're feeling that chi, that energy, bringing it up, circling the energy, always being connected, feeling that grounded feeling, that flow. Then the other one is the on the bottom of the foot, right about, if this was my foot, right about here, just where the pad is, kind of right there. That point right there is, again, we're connecting, we're grounding. Grounding's very important. There's other websites you can research for yourself that they talk about grounding, and they have their techniques of doing it. But Tai Chi, you're constantly grounding the feet where it's connecting to the earth. So it helps with the balance. One of the things I focus on when I teach my classes is the balance and the meditation aspect of it. I do cover some of the martial art applications of the moves, but the form that we're learning, it's the Yang style 24 form. And you could go on YouTube and find different instructors doing it, but it's designed, it's the most popular, put it that way. And it's a complete body workout while you're doing it. You're moving the arms, the legs, the back, the sides, you're stretching, you're reaching, expanding the lungs, and getting that total body workout. Not so much a cardio, getting the heart rate up, but it's a great thing to add to whatever else you're doing. If you just, you have a regimen where you walk every day, if you have that option, that's great exercise. Maybe on your walk, if you could just stop and do a few Tai Chi moves. And I can show you the basics on that. It's a lot of fun. I was doing Tai Chi. I was down in Boston just last week, and I found a nice park, a nice little walkway, and just taking time to slow down and connect and just be in the now. I'm not worried about traffic or planes overhead or other people coming by. You get into that now. And that's really that's all we have is now. The future isn't guaranteed, and the past is the past. So don't dwell on the past, learn from the past. Just with the classes, learn, but don't come into class. It's like, oh, I'll never get that next move. Don't have that attitude. So why don't we begin? We do our gentle warm-ups where we just go side to side like this. It's an easy move. We're not overexerting anything. It's a great way to start the day if you want. Just a nice swinging motion. You don't want to, again, the disclaimer at the beginning, talk to your doctor about it. He might say Tai Chi, it can't hurt. It might help, So just some easy swinging motions. Good. And then we go into what we call that head to toe warm up, where we start at the top and we do some light circles, just like that. And we remember the breath. We talk about that as being a long, slow, deep breath. We want to have that nice exchange. The bad air out, the good air in. We drop down to our shoulders. And there's that circular motion again. There's a lot to do. That circular motion is in a lot of things in nature. And reverse with the breath. And that takes a while to learn because we, again, is Western culture, we shallow breathe a lot where we're only using a certain percentage of the lung. We want to be able to fill that lung, use that diaphragm muscle to pull down, to expand the chest and get the air in. And then when we exhale, we want to get a good exhale and get that stale air that's on the bottom out. After the shoulders, we drop down and we do what's called a slow motion hula hoop. I don't know if any of us can do a hula hoop anymore, but this is a warm-up. And maybe those folks that do hula hoop, maybe they do a little slow motion hula hoop action just to get warmed up. Good. And then next, when we drop down to the knees, if it's difficult for you, do what you can. Just any movement. If you're stuck in a chair, I know people that are in that situation, and they're great at Tai Chi. They adapt. So just circle the knees, however you can. You don't have to go into a giant acrobatic move here. We're just circling, loosening up. People with knee replacements, okay, and with the ankle, we're just, again, the balance. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair or a rock or a tree, whatever you have, and just use that and center and be aware and do that circling in both directions, just like that. Great. And then we just do a gentle little shake out. We want to do both feet. So we're circling. You could try lifting off the ground and circling. You could try doing the hand and see, I got to hold on. But that's the idea. You're holding on to something. I have to center in and I can circle and come back the other way. Good. So that perfect example, I had too many things going on in my mind that I wasn't able to talk and think about what I'm going to say next and what did I already talk about, what didn't I talk about yet, all these things. Yeah, Did I get the oil change? Did I get all the things that are going on in your mind? You have to slow down and be present. So the thing that I want to start doing too with the classes, once everybody gets settled in, is that ancient idea where we sort of bow. And I talked about this before. We're not bowing to the teacher per se. We're bowing, and the way the story goes is you're bowing before you enter the room, saying that I'm leaving all my junk behind and I'm entering in to receive knowledge. So I think that might help with some of us. I know when I just do my own practice, I just have my own little set things to do to calm my mind and be present while I do my practice on my own. So the first thing we talk about, and again, I'm talking to the brand new students, and I also want to compliment some of the students that have been with me for a year or more, where I notice, they step up and they greet the new students, and they tell them, how much fun it is, and you're going to get it, just stick with it. I was there in your shoes when you first, these people coming in brand new, there's that fear of the unknown. They don't know what Tai Chi is. They heard it was fun. Someone told them about it, whatever it is. So you get around a bunch of positive people. That's always a good feeling. So kudos to my students that help out, and they take the initiative and they make the new people feel welcome. So we talk about the first one. What we do is just that side-to-side movement. And the goal of this one is to be able to feel what's happening with the chi, with the energy, how it comes up one side of the body and goes back down. And then the weight shifts, just side to side, just like that. Incorporate the breathing. Build on that with a little turning of the body. And when we do this, some of the corrections is keeping the back straight. We don't want to be bent over, for one, and we don't want to be twisting the arms. The arms are going to come along because the torso is what's doing the movement. So it does help with the core of the body, that shifting, turning. Again, now start to feel that energy starting to rise up. Feel it in the arms a little bit, in the shoulders. Maybe your fingers might start tingling a little bit. Who knows? It affects people differently. Good. We talk about another principle with Tai Chi. It's that idea of one hand is up, one hand is down. And we do an exercise that's called hold the ball. So we're holding, good size, a beach ball. Okay. As this top hand is coming down, now you want to have the palms so they touch each other. You can let them scrape just to build up that muscle memory on it. And they separate. Then they turn, and it just repeats on the other side. So see how that happens. And now notice the 60-40 principle, where I'm not locking out my elbows. I'm going down about 60% and I'm coming up about 60%. So the martial art aspect to this one is I'm protecting this area here from a kick or a low punch or whatever. And I'm also having this hand up here. Again, if there's going to be a throat, a strike here or whatever. And now the elbow is up, and this is again, I won't say a weapon, but it's a great way to, there's that shift the weight, turn the body. So there's a lot of momentum coming at, that could be an option. But we're focusing on the balance and the meditation part. So if you can, once you understand the moves, that up and down and the twisting of the hands, the palms, you don't have to think about it. Now you go more internally and you start going a little bit deeper. Start to feel the chi. Start to just center your mind. You're not thinking of anything. You're just present. And you can add that shifting that weight, the turning the body, just like that. And this is a great exercise to do really any time of the day. The morning is really one of the best times if you could practice the Tai Chi, because you want to do your warm-ups. And we do spend a little more time warming up before we get into the moves, because I like to take my time and break down each move other than just trying to remember it's that up and down. We want to be aware of that 60-40. We don't want to overextend like that. And we want to have the palms always facing each other. And then when they turn, there's that unison turning. So if it was like a puppeteer guy and he had the stick connected, so you're moving in unison like that. So the other idea is that when the hands are up, one hand is up, one hand is down as they switch, maybe like a Swiss watch. Just watch all the gears, sort of just how they move in unison, so like a fine-tuned watch. And we come up and we step out and we separate. The other fine-tuning thing is keeping the shoulders relaxed. Relax is a very important word. You want to be able to just, again, internally say it to yourself. Relax. Relax. I've got this. Relax. It's simple. Relax the shoulders. You want to send the arm, and here's the other fine-tuned point too. The arm. What do you do with the arms? Okay, they want to be back a little bit, and we want to have what's called a bow, or this opening to the sides, so they are open. So to do that is sort of you're pointing back with the elbows a little bit, but not, again, a overextension. So it's that nice little get into the zone, get your arms out like that, have that open space, and just start to just flow. And you don't have to do any particular move, just make up your own little move, but use the principles of that weight shifting, the hands up, hands down. Don't worry about if you're making a mistake. You're just right now just trying to warm up and, again, make it your own. And we can fine-tune where the wrists are, or the location of the hand not being too high or too low, like that. With the feet, the idea is that heavy foot, light foot concept. When one foot is heavy, or we say grounded or rooted, remember we talked about the that power center in the foot? It's that lower part of the foot right there. We're grounding. We're getting 60% of the weight on that ball front part of the foot versus being on the heel. So the weight's on that foot. Here's my light foot. The light foot has some options, and there's different ways to do it. Well, the rug is a little bit tougher, but you could slide across, and this is just that half step out, half step in. You can step out. When you step up and out, you land on that heel. Because going next, it's that next move is that weight shift onto this foot. And notice how I'm gripping in, making this the heavy foot. So here's the light foot now with the option of that stepping in, stepping out. It could be a stepping back move. It could be a heel tap, a toe tap. It could be a low kick. But when that weight shifts onto that one, then this other foot has that option. And that's all it is with this, the 24 form. When you watch the completed form, you start to pick up on the little nuances of, oh, I guess he's going to do a weight shift onto the back. Oh, I guess that hand's going down and this hand's going to come up. And that same idea, it could be just that side to side. This is called an outside Perry. And it could be a warm-up move done slow. Stay grounded, get the breath, and you learn it slow. And this is, again, in other martial arts, there's that executing fast, just like that, as a block, as a different moves. But that idea is you learn the basics. The masters master the basics. I say that all the time. You want to learn about that. So I just want to mention this week, the class is going to be in Northbridge Monday at 11, but coming up the end of the month in April on the 26th, I'll be in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is right over the border. It's not that far. I've done workshops down there before. I've actually done some Tai Chi on the beach down there before. That could be another thing we're going to work on, getting some more outdoor classes down there. But this is going to be in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, right there. The Massage Therapy and Wellness. So you can find them on Facebook. They have a great website as well. And you're able to sign up right there if you'd like, or just give them a call. Find out all the other services that they have there as well. So until next time, you guys enjoy. Do some more Tai Chi.